anti-Palestine or pro-Israel. You know, so Esau is using, you know, all levels of witchcraft to, you know, to try to
narrative. You know,
yeah.
So where do you get your influence from? Where do you get your wisdom from? What teachers guide you? A lot of these guys is TikTok. Just random YouTubers. It goes back to the false prophets. They're not pushing the spirit of prophecy. They're not lining up the prophecies properly. And so you're distracted by all the bread and circuses that even they're throwing at you. And missing the actuality of the reality that's coming to you live and direct. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah 47:12.
God.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Ouch, that hurts when you tell a nigga this.
Yeah.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail.
Ecclesiastes 12. 1. Because these are contrasting the way they talk about it.
All these enchantments, man. All these distractions and psyops are all just enchantments.
Yeah, they're wearing off too.
Yep.
You know, they're being pushed super hard, but a lot of people are like,
man, this
okay,
can't be right.
You know, there's more people that are being ready to just finally like turn up on, and they, you know, they had enough.
Some people are questioning too, like,
Yeah,
okay, why?
Yeah.
Why should I be this or that?
Why should I follow this?
Or what's the, you know?
Yeah, why are you telling me that I need to choose?
It'll be a TikTok video on the whole history of Palestine and Israel, and then, you know, people can, you know, discern the truth, you know, with the truth, versus just going with, okay, we're going to be pro-Israel because Floyd Mayweather or Amari Stoudemire had, you know, said it.
And people are starting not to care. Like, why should we care about them? Look at what's going on here at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
we're gonna give aid to anybody. Why?
There's a meme where there's like two people fighting in the background, and then there's like a Jake just walking minding his business, and then it has two people fighting Palestine and Israel.
I think it's a nigga beating up his woman in the background.
Yeah. and then it's a nigga just walking by, like not even paying attention.
Yeah.
And that's say black people.
Yeah.
So it's basically like we ain't paying attention to that shit. We ain't jumping in that. That ain't got shit to do with us.
White on white crime, you know.
Sit back and just enjoy it, man.
And those of you Jakes that's in the land that's being told to get out of there, you better take that as a sign too, as a warning. Get your ass up out of there before you get fucking smoked over there. We was telling y'all back then, man, you ain't even supposed to be over there. Now it's finna turn up.
They should have took heed when they told them to get out, like maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta go. Y'all visas is expired. Roll. Niggas want, like, you know, stay around. Okay.
You know, like if y'all stick around, y'all gonna have to be in first. Y'all gonna have to be on front lines.
Hey, they knew
Y'all gonna be first to
was
go.
coming. They knew a war was coming.
They usually take them as like Hamas taking so-called Israelis as hostages. You always gonna be taken hostage, and America's not gonna come save you. You know?
When do I ever come try to rescue niggas anyway?
I was just gonna say, even if they good bargaining chips.
Even if they are American soldiers, they ain't rescuing no niggas. They rescued that nigga Brittany Griner.
Hello? You have 5 black. Hello?
That was a stunt for the LGBT shit.
That's all that was.
Yeah. Should we pushing the chip eventually?
Yeah, you have the U.S. government warning its citizens about not being in those areas, you know, in the Middle East, around the world, certain areas. Like, you gotta leave. You gotta come back. Because it's gonna turn into a war zone. It's already a war zone.
Perfect example.
You know?
Always show examples.
So, that same sentiment is gonna happen to the citizens of those other nations that are here in America pretty soon. They're gonna get that call from their government, hey, you gotta fucking bounce.
Putin did that a couple years ago. You know, all the foreign exchange students that's over here, hey, fuck that education shit.
You gotta bounce. Get out of there.
I got Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
Well, before, we're going to say it, go ahead.
While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Because when you don't have pleasure in it, the Lord's going to say, no, no, no. What did it say in 47? It says, stand with thy enchantments, which you brought up from your youth. Stick what you made your decision where you want, where your loyalty lies at. Stay with that.
God, keep that in.
So now see if they can deliver you. You know? And a lot of people are going to be like, because he's going to go silent, the prophet's going to go silent, wit will hide itself. There won't be no understanding of what's going on or how long this is going to last or what should we do to get out of it. Only the prophets and the elect will know that by that point. And then you're going to be caught out there, man. Okay? And you just got to suffer the consequences of the decision that you made long before, that we warned you to get away from.
Yeah, and the Lord, like going back to that in Isaiah 47, the Lord is pretty much making a mockery of them. Like, yeah, you usually are successful with your witchcraft and your sorcery, but see if your sorceries and witchcraft will be able to get you out of what I'm getting ready to do to you. You could call all your stargazers and prognosticators and, you know, all these different so-called wise men in society. You could keep having all these counsels and get all this advice. Let's see if their advice will do you any good. Right. It ain't gonna help them, because the Lord's gonna start turning up on the right hand side. It ain't gonna just be just the left hand is just doing all this. It's just one sided, and the Lord is not. No.
Yeah, he's gonna rebalance himself.
It's going. Yeah. That's why the chariots just keep on popping up everywhere.
That's like an underlying theme of everything that's going on.
And people are still not paying attention to that.
That's an underlying theme of everything. What are these sights and these lights in the sky?
Yeah, it's chair right there.
One night right now.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, right. I don't know if the camera can catch it.
You guys the camera and show Jake, like, look, man, he's showing up all the time, and they still won't get it.
How many times have we been doing this, looking out in the sky, somebody walk by, they don't look up? One time I can remember a guy said, what y'all looking at?
I see it, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
What y'all looking at? You're like salvation.
I don't know if brothers can see it on the...
See, I didn't even... The Spirit just made me say that, and then brothers started looking up. Hey. This is what the people don't see. They're not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
How the eyesight. Take to even know to be looking for something like that. We're looking in places that you would have never considered to look. Hey, guess what? In the book that was presented as our slave, our part of our captivity, that's the book of our freedom, with the proper spirit on it.
God. You shall know the truth.
The truth will make you free.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're trying to free you of, being able to discern who ain't got the proper spirit, and to stand away from all this other witchcraft left-hand shit that's going on.
God, that's why the scripture tells us also to depart. In Micah. It doesn't mean a physical depart, like, oh, leave the country, move here. No, it means depart from this ideology, the images of the beast, man. You know, all the philosophies. Yeah, kind.
Your heart, right, which is your mind, your heart shouldn't be into these things anymore.
Kind.
So when it's taken away, like, think about it. If we got a chip deal, if you sign up this month in December to get your chip, we'll give you $2,000 for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, credit.
You know,
Nigga go for that. A nigga go for that all day.
Amazon will deliver or whatever. Somebody gonna go for that, man. We're like, what? The whole holiday in the first place.
Yeah. It's because Yahweh Shema Shah is putting us in a mindset of making it easier to detach.
Exactly.
You know, and being closer attached to Him.
Exactly.
Be able to see the bullshit in it.
Yeah.
And the power in Him.
Kind.
Because these things are coming to pass. That being one of the signs.
Absolutely.
I feel, hey, when these really start popping up, but at first I couldn't see them. The brothers be looking up. I mean, it took a little while. Now I can see them like pretty good now. Hey, when I start seeing these for real, you know what that does to your faith and your hope? Like, hey, the vehicle is sitting there. So your escape is the engine's running out there waiting.
Well, we know that they're working on the behalf of the Most High. It's like there's several tasks that they're doing. They're like we see with the tension brewing over there in the east. These nations getting ready. That's the angels working on their minds and directing everything. Like they're messing with the missile silos and you know, playing with their nuclear arsenals, working on the minds of the leaders of these nations.
You gonna say Putin and Xi Jinping, whatever his name is.
They're doing all that, and also they're showing up to build our faith up even greater. Like letting the servants know, like, hey, you have we have we have something divine behind us, man.
And the proof behind it is the fact that we see it. They can just do it. They can just do their tasks, you know, and they complete their missions invisible. They allow us to see it.
I gotta pray. You got something else like it?
Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So they always encamped around, whether they're in the heavens or say standing around here invisible. They got whatever the task necessary. And earlier the lady, she was walking down, as soon as she looked up and saw us, this bitch down there looked like somebody was pushing her into the wall. And her balance was down there trying to push her over into the wall. Like, we don't know what that was all about, but I just happened to notice that. We don't know what the angels may be or may not be doing, but we know and we fully believe from the different experiences that they are around. Right. Certain situations that went down and it has worked out. We're going to cross upside down. This is what reminds of people at. You bought that show on purpose?
Yeah.
Somebody designed that show? That will not be a tire when we move. Right? Side note. But who has something else?
I got something.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament.
And the books being open to line up the prophecy, to help measure the prophecies. Okay, that's what the books and the seals being open are for us, the benefit. We can read about what's going to happen, and we can measure the time by the prophecy that's coming to pass in current events, lining up with the scriptures.
And they shall see all together.
And we all should be able to see this all together. It should be plain. But we know that he's blinded the minds of the bulk of the people on the earth. Okay? Yep. That only certain of you, the ones he hates the most, and the ones he truly loves, can truly see this thing. The rest of you are just blinded. Okay? Or they need to see a physical miracle to be able to wake up. Okay?
They're NPCs, bro. They're just filling. They're extras.
Yep.
Moving around, you know?
Yep.
That's all they are. It's crazy.
You got something else? Luke 21 and 28. Let's get it. Luke chapter 21, 28. I'm going to start at 27. Well, 25. Good chapter. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of a nation, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. It's crazy because what did it describe? Natural disasters as well. One of the things.
As well as the second coming of our Lord Yahushua.
Yeah.
People's hearts, men's hearts. People want to have heart attacks on sight of the Lord, cracking those clouds. Chariots. Because they're going to see something that they've never seen, that they thought they would never see before. Like how you look, you ever seen a ghost? How you're going to have that look on your face. Yeah. That when you're just like deer in the headlight, your body turns damn near to stone. Where you can't even move. All your nerves tense up. You get crazy anxiety.
I
You
was
know?
watching one, you know how these YouTube and shit go.
Yeah.
They said when there's something like that,